confined Radhika to the home because some rumors were circulating here and there.
Yutila Devi había encerrado a Radhika en su casa porque había rumores circulando por la aldea aquí y allá.
So then Lalita Saki, she met with Sri Krishna.
Entonces Lalita Saki se encontró con Shri Krishna.
And they hatched a plan.
Y se les ocurrió un plan.
Sri Krishna dressed himself as a Brahmin boy.
Shri Krishna se vistió como un chico brahman.
Yeah, with wooden shoes.
Con zapatos de madera.
And with upavit, Brahmin thread.
Y con el cordón brahman.
And though Sri Krishna's eyes are very restless, looking here and there, now he's playing the role of a Brahmin, so he became like in Samadhi.
Y aunque los ojos de Krishna son muy inquietos y están mirando siempre de aquí para allá, en este momento él adoptó el semblante de un brahman que está todo el tiempo como en samadhi.
And in the guise of a Brahmin, Lalita Saki brought Krishna to Radhika's home.
Y vestido de brahman, Lalita Saki trajo a Krishna a la casa de Radhika.
Then she said, "Oh, Abhimanyu, I have come here with a disciple of Gargacharya, the great spiritual master of Mathura."
Y le dijo, oh Abhimanyu, he venido aquí con Gargacharya, el gran brahman espiritual de Mathura.
And he's going to direct Srimati Radhika in performing puja, the worship of the sun god, so that you will become very healthy and very wealthy and have millions of cows.
Y él va a dirigir a Srimati Radharani para que haga una puya al dios del sol y tú te vuelvas muy rico y tengas muchas vacas y mucho dinero.
Now listen, I want to tell you, we need a special ingredient for the puja of the sun god.
Ahora, escucha por favor que necesitamos un ingrediente muy importante para la puya al dios del sol.
Surya Dev is very, very pleased by the milk of a red cow with brown eyes.
Surya Dev se ve muy, muy complacido cuando le ofrecen la leche de una vaca marrón con ojos rojos.
So please, take this pot. And you have many cows. Find the cow that fits this description and return with the milk.
Entonces, por favor, ve ahora mismo a encontrar una vaca que se ajuste a esta descripción, roja con los ojos marrones, y vuelve cuanto antes.
And Abhimanyu was thinking, yes, I'll be rich.
Abhimanyu estaba pensando, sí, voy a volverme rico.
And he set off, but actually there's no cow in his herd which is red in all the limbs and with brown eyes.
Y salió de la casa, pero de hecho en su manada no hay ninguna vaca que sea roja y tenga ojos marrones.
But anyway, out of his greed, he'll be looking, maybe we have one.
Pero aún así, por su codicia, se puso a buscar.
So in this way,
alguna.
Lalita Saki was very intelligent how to get Abhimanyu out of the house and secretly bring Krishna in to meet with Radhika.
De esta forma, Lalita Saki fue muy inteligente en encontrar la forma de sacar a Krishna de la casa, a Abhimanyu de la casa para que Radhika pudiera encontrarse con Krishna.
Lalita Saki is always giving good advice to Radhika.
Lalita Saki siempre le está dando buenos consejos a Radhika.
She says, Radhika, listen to me. I will tell you how you can control Krishna. Though Krishna is uncontrollable, I know the way to his heart, how he'll become controlled.
Le dice Radhika, escúchame bien. Yo sé cómo puedes controlar a Krishna. Aunque él es incontrolable, yo conozco su corazón y sé cómo lo puedes someter.
Step 1.
Paso 1.
Always be very, very respectful to his friends, like Subhas, Sridhar, Madhumanga.
Tienes que ser muy respetuosa siempre con todos sus amigos, Sridhar, Madhumangal.
This is very powerful. If Krishna will see, oh, how she's so kind and respectful to my friends, he becomes amazed.
Esto es muy poderoso. Cuando Krishna ve cómo Radhika es muy amable y respetuosa con sus amigos, esto le asombra mucho.
Step 2.
Segundo
If
paso.
Sri Krishna ever tells you a secret, then you have to keep it. You cannot blab it anywhere.
Si Shri Krishna alguna vez te dice un secreto, tienes que mantenerlo, no puedes irlo regando por ahí.
This is a very difficult problem for some people.
Este es un problema muy difícil para algunos.
Then the next one is, if he has a desire and you have a desire, don't press your desire on his desire. Go along with his desire.
El siguiente consejo es que si él tiene un deseo y tú tienes otro deseo, no impongas tu deseo sobre el suyo, síguele la corriente.
Srimati Radhika is listening. Oh, thank you for this very valuable knowledge.
Srimati Radhika.
She's very grateful because she wants to control Krishna.
Srimati Radhika está escuchando y dice, sí, gracias por este conocimiento tan valioso. Está muy agradecida porque ella quiere controlar a Krishna.
Sometimes Lalita Sakhi, she'll have to chastise Radhika.
A veces Lalita Sakhi tiene que regañar a Radhika.
One day, Lalita and Radhika, they were walking, and along the path, they met with Padma, the best friend of Chandravali, Radharani's rival.
Un día, Radhika y Lalita estaban caminando y se encontraron por el camino con Padma, que es la mejor amiga de Chandravali, la rival de Radharani.
Srimati Radhika was very polite and respectful to Padma.
Srimati Radhika fue muy amable con Padma.
And then Padma went away.
Y luego Padma se fue.
Lalita Sakhi said, "What are you doing?
Lalita Sakhi le dijo, ¿pero qué haces?
Why are you being so respectful and honorable to the friends of our rival,
¿Por qué
of your own rival?
le mostraste tanto respeto y tanto honor a las amigas de tu propia rival?
Why are you becoming so gentle and weak?
¿Por qué te estás volviendo tan suave y débil?
Otherwise, how will your superiority over them become established?
Si sigues así, ¿cómo vas a poder establecer tu superioridad sobre ellas?
How will your pastimes with Sri Krishna become successful?
¿Cómo van a volverse exitosos tus pasatiempos con Krishna?
It's very confidential and sweet instruction.
Es una instrucción muy confidencial y muy dulce.
First of all, you should know that Padma is from Radharani's rival group.
Primero que todo, debéis saber que Padma es del grupo rival de Radharani.
There's so much jealousy between the groups.
Hay muchos celos entre los grupos.
Once Sri Krishna, he gave a very beautiful jeweled necklace to one gopi, and when Padma saw it, she became so jealous.
Un día Krishna le dio un collar de joyas muy hermoso a una gopi y cuando Padma lo vio se puso muy celosa.
She thought, oh, Krishna has given her this beautiful jewel necklace.
Pensó, Krishna le ha dado este hermoso collar de joyas.
I cannot tolerate it.
No lo puedo tolerar.
So then she came up to that gopi and she said, I see you have a new necklace.
Entonces fue donde esa gopi y le dijo, veo que tienes un nuevo collar.
I remember this necklace.
Sí, yo recuerdo ese collar.
Krishna tried to give that to me one day,
Krishna trató de dármelo un día,
but I did not accept it.
pero no lo acepté.
Because the central jewel in this necklace has a fault in it.
Por-
And if one wears a jewel that has a fault, it's very bad luck, you can die.
Porque la joya central de este collar,
Do you know gemology?
la joya central de este collar tiene un defecto y si uno se pone un collar con una joya defectuosa es de muy mala suerte. Esto es gemología.
In the gemology, if you have some problem in your life, then you find out which planet is disturbing you. And then you have to get the jewel which corresponds to that planet. But if the jewel has a fault in it, then it will have a negative effect. And your situation may become worse.
En el estudio de las piedras preciosas, si uno tiene mala suerte en la vida, tiene que encontrar el planeta que está ejerciendo esa influencia negativa y ponerse una joya que contrarreste ese efecto. Pero si la joya tiene un defecto, entonces el efecto será contrario.
So she was speaking just out of spite.
Entonces está hablando solo por desprecio.
Padma said, if a deadly snake will bite your finger and the poison is in your finger, then even though the finger is very dear to you, you have to cut it off. Otherwise you will die. So in the same way, you should throw this necklace in the Jamuna.
Y Padma le dijo, si viene una serpiente venenosa y te pica en el dedo, a pesar de que tu dedo es muy querido para ti, tienes que cortarlo de un tajo. Entonces de la misma forma tienes que tirar este collar al río Yamuna.
So in this way, Padma can be very harsh and jealous.
De esta forma Padma puede ser muy dura y muy celosa.
But when Radhika met with her, Radhika was very gentle and respectful.
Pero cuando Radhika se encontró con ella, fue muy gentil y respetuosa.
So Lalita afterwards said, oh, you ignorant girl.
Entonces Lalita después le dijo, eres una chica ignorante.
Why are you wasting your time in these gentle dealings?
¿Por qué estás desperdiciando tu tiempo en
How will your pastimes be successful?
estos tratos gentiles? ¿Cómo vas a ser exitosa en tus pasatiempos?
So those who are rasik, they can understand the inner meaning of Lalita's instruction.
Entonces aquellos que son Rasiks pueden entender el significado confidencial de las
That
palabras
means
de Lalita.
if we are on our way to meet with Krishna, if you're going to meet with Krishna and you're in such a soft and gentle mood, then as soon as he touches you, you'll tremble and fall down like a leaf in his arms.
Eso quiere decir que si estás en un humor tan dócil, ahora que vamos a encontrarnos con Krishna, apenas él te ponga una mano encima, tú vas a empezar a temblar como una hoja y vas a caer.
Then what will be the difference between you and Chandravali?
Entonces, ¿cuál va a ser la diferencia entre tú y Chandravali?
So you have to build up your bold mood now.
Tienes que ir acrecentando tu humor, tus sentimientos atrevidos.
You should make Krishna tremble.
Tienes que hacer a Krishna temblar.
So in this way, Lalita Sakhi, she is full of Sohad, Surit Bhav for Radhika. She's really filled with the feeling, oh, I am your well-wisher.
De esta forma, Lalita está llena de Suhrit Bhav para Radhika, es decir, que ella desea todo lo bueno para su amiga.
And to bring auspiciousness to Radhika in all ways, she can speak very boldly.
Y para traer esta auspiciosidad a la vida de Radhika en todas las maneras, puede llegar a hablar de forma muy cortante.
Now we come to Rupa Goswami's second verse.
Ahora el segundo verso de
So at the end of every verse said, Devim Gunai Sulalitam Lalitam Namami. I bow down to Lalita, who is the embodiment of graceful and beautiful, charming qualities.
Todas las estrofas terminan con esta línea que dice: yo me inclino a Lalita Sakhi, que es la personificación de todas las cualidades llenas de gracia.
Raka Sudha Kirana Mandala Kanti Dandi Vakta Sriyam Chakita Charu Chamur Netram Radha Prasadana Vidana Kala Prasidham Devim Gunai Sulalitam Lalitam Namami. Oh, the Vaktra, the face of Lalita Sakhi shines more beautiful than 10 million full moons.
El rostro de Lalita Sakhi brilla con más belleza que 10 millones de lunas llenas.
And her very large lotus eyes are restlessly looking here and there with the beauty of the eyes of a startled doe. If there's a female deer in the forest and someone makes a noise, then the doe will look up and look around like this. So Lalita Sakhi's eyes are like that.
Y sus inquietos ojos de loto siempre están mirando de un lado a otro, como los ojos de una venado hembra que está en el bosque y de repente escucha un ruido y empieza a mirar de un lado a otro con nerviosa.
Radha Prasadana Vidana Kala Prasidham. She is the most expert person in the arts of decorating Srimati Radhika.
Ella es la persona más experta en el arte de decorar a Srimati Radhika.
Every morning, also in the noon and in the evening, because Radhika takes bath 3 times a day, then she'll have to be dressed and decorated.
Cada mañana y también a mediodía y por la tarde, porque Radhika se baña 3 veces al día, ella va a tener que ser vestida y decorada.
So Lalita Sakhi has so many skills.
Entonces Lalita Sakhi tiene muchas habilidades.
She knows how to prepare tambul,
Sabe cómo preparar
betel
tambul.
nut. She knows how to do some magic.
Sabe hacer magia.
She knows how to compose riddles.
Sabe escribir adivinanzas.
She's very expert at decorating the kunj for the meeting of Radha and Krishna.
Es muy experta en decorar el kunj para el encuentro de Radha y Krishna.
And she's very expert at making various ornaments and parasols from different types of flowers.
Y es muy experta en hacer diferentes adornos y sombrillas de diferentes tipos de flor.
She makes kirita. Kirita means crowns from flowers. So sometimes she makes a crown for Radhika with 5 points of different colored flowers, golden, sapphire colored, ruby colored flowers. Though it's made of flowers, it's shining as if it's made of jewels.
Y es experta en hacerle coronas de flores a Radharani. A veces hace coronas de 5 puntas con flores doradas, de color rubí, de color rojo. Entonces, a pesar de que está hecha de flores, brilla como si fuera de joyas.
She makes the balapasya. That means hair bands made of flowers. Sometimes the hair is tied up with flowers around it. Sometimes the hair is in a ponytail with flowers. Sometimes the hair is in a long braid and there's a string of flowers interwoven with the braid of hair.
Y es experta en atarle el pelo a Radharani con flores. A veces se lo ata alrededor de la cabeza con flores, a veces deja que cuelgue un poco más y a veces le teje una trenza con una tira de flores entretejida.
She makes beautiful dangling earrings of different colored flowers.
Le hace hermosos pendientes
And also
de flores de colores.
lalatika. Lalatika means, have you seen in the Vedic culture, sometimes the lady, she wears an ornament across her forehead with different jewels hanging. So she makes these lalatikas also of flowers.
Y también hace laláticas, que son como unos adornos que se ponen en la frente de las mujeres en la India, de flores también.
And necklaces, and angad, armlets, and bracelets, and anklets, all of flowers.
Y collares, bandas para el brazo, brazaletes, para los tobillos también.
She knows how to make the kanchuli. That means in the Vedic culture, underneath the veil, the lady wears a blouse on the upper part of the body. She can make a kanchuli completely out of flowers.
Y ella puede hacer un canchuli completamente hecho de flores, que el canchuli es como una blusa que se ponen las mujeres en la parte superior del pecho, debajo del velo.
So she's most expert at decorating Radhika. That's so when Sri Krishna sees her, Damho tararati vardhanu veshe harinishkuta brinda vipineshe. The vesh of Radhika is so beautiful. From the tip of her toe to the top of her head, she's decorated with so many beautiful flowers. And when Krishna sees Damodar Rati Vardhana, his love is expanding and increasing.
Es muy experta en vestir y decorar a Radharani para que cuando Krishna la vea, como dice esta canción, su amor y su apego por ella aumente mucho.
Damodar means Krishna who was bound by Madhya Yashoda.
Damodar quiere decir Krishna cuando está atado por Madre Yashoda.
It took Madhya Yashoda a great deal of effort and many hours of hard work to finally tie the rope around the belly of Sri Krishna. But that Damodar, Krishna who sees Radharani, only in one moment, just glancing at her one time, and at once he becomes bound. So he's Damodar.
A Madre Yashoda le tomó muchas horas y un gran esfuerzo poder atar a Krishna finalmente con un trozo de cuerda, pero cuando Krishna ve a Radharani en un momento queda atrapado.
But the skill in decorating Radhika is not only in making the ornaments and actually decorating her, but the skill is when the Sakis are putting on the decorations, they are whispering in Radhika's ear and making jokes about each and every ornament. This is the real skill in decorating.
Pero la verdadera habilidad al decorar a Radharani no es solamente ponerle los ornamentos y la ropa, sino al hacerlo, decirle cosas al oído y bromas acerca de cada una de las cosas que le ponen.
So when Lalita Saki is painting the Patravali, that means vines with flowers and leaves, painting a pattern of Patravali on the forehead of Radhika with fragrant musk, then Lalita Saki says, oh, this decoration will be successful when it's melted by your perspiration and it drips onto the forehead of Krishna and then decorates him. Then it will be successful.
Entonces, cuando Lalita Saki está dibujando sobre la frente de Radhika patrones florales con hojas, le dice, esta pintura va a alcanzar el éxito cuando se derrita y caiga en la forma de gota sobre la frente de Krishna.
In this way, Lalita Saki, by the dhwani, by the suggestion of her words, she makes Radhika have a spurti of her loving pastimes with Krishna. Even before she goes to meet with him, she's already relishing her meeting.
De esta forma, Lalita con sus palabras y las implicaciones de sus palabras, el dhwani, hace que Radhika esté deleitándose con los pasatiempos de amorosos, incluso antes de encontrarse con Krishna.
Then, third verse.
Tercera estrofa.
Lasyola satpujaga shatrupatata chitra Bhatam sukha varana kanchulika chita bow down to Lalita, who is the embodiment of all beautiful, gracious virtues.
Oh, me inclino ante Lalita, que es la personificación de todas las cualidades hermosas y llenas de gracia.
She's so elegant.
Ella es tan elegante.
Her cloth is the color of the tail feathers of a dancing peacock.
Su vestido es del color de las plumas de un pavo real que baila.
You know, when does the peacock spread his tail feathers and dance?
Cuando abre la cola el pavo real para
In the
bailar,
rainy season.
en la temporada de lluvia.
First there is the summer season, which is extremely hot and everyone is suffering. But then, when the rain clouds gather in the sky for the monsoon season, seeing them, then the peacocks, they spread their tail feathers and begin to shake, and it looks extremely beautiful.
Primero pasa el verano y todo el mundo la pasa muy mal porque el calor es muy intenso, pero luego aparecen en el cielo las nubes oscuras cargadas de lluvia y los pavos reales lo celebran con un baile y se ve muy hermoso.
So, if anyone will see Lalita Saki, then they feel such joy.
Entonces, si cualquiera ve a Lalita Saki, siente esa misma dicha.
She has, her upper body is covered by a beautiful kanchuli.
La parte superior de su cuerpo está cubierta por un hermoso
Her hair is
canchuli.
parted in the middle and decorated with shimmering red vermilion.
Su cabello está partido por la mitad y decorado por vermellón rojo brillante.
And she has a golden complexion which defeats the sparkling of Gorochana.
Y tiene una complexión dorada y resplandeciente que derrota el brillo del Gorochana.
Gorochana is one pigment at the time of the stellar constellation called Swati Nakshatra. If it rains at that time, then the rain, when it touches the hoof of a cow, it produces one shimmering golden pigment, which is used in decorations. But Lalita Saki's own complexion is actually more beautiful than that Gorochana pigment.
El Gorochana es un pigmento que es hecho a partir de la lluvia que cae durante una época del año en el que hay una constelación en el cielo y esa agua cae sobre la pezuña de una vaca y se recolecta de allí y se hace con esa agua este pigmento, pero ella, toda su complexión natural es incluso más hermosa que la de este pigmento.
Because Radhika's meeting with Sri Krishna is forbidden by the laws of a Vedic Dharma.
Porque el encuentro de Radhika con Krishna está prohibido por todas las leyes dármicas.
It's very difficult for Radhika to have the chance to meet with Krishna.
Es muy difícil para Radhika encontrar la oportunidad.
Sometimes she'll have to sneak out through the forest at night, in the dark.
A veces tiene que escaparse y caminar por el bosque de noche en la oscuridad.
Sometimes it will be raining and very muddy.
A veces ha estado lloviendo y hay mucho barro.
There may be thorns in the forest.
Puede que haya espinas en el bosque.
There may be poisonous snakes.
Puede que haya serpientes venenosas.
So Lalita Saki, because she wants Radhika to always be prepared, so she prepares a training course for Radhika.
Entonces, como Lalita Saki quiere que Radhika siempre esté preparada, hace un campo de entrenamiento para Radhika.
Oh, you will have to learn how to run through the mud in the dark.
Tienes que aprender a correr entre el fango en la oscuridad.
And that your feet should not be injured by thorns.
Y que tus pies no se lastimen por las espinas.
So here, let me put this blindfold on you.
Entonces te voy a vendar los ojos.
I have thrown some water in the courtyard of your home and I've sprinkled some thorns there. Now practice running with the blindfold through the mud without getting pricked by the thorns. Come, I'll show you how to do it.
He regado un poco de agua en el patio de tu casa y he puesto algunas espinas por ahí. Entonces ven y practicamos y te voy a enseñar cómo correr por ahí sin hacerte daño.
And then after she's trained Radhika in this skill of stepping without being pricked by the thorns,
Y después de haber entrenado a Radhika en esta habilidad de apoyar el pie sin que la pinchen las espinas,
then she takes a painting of a deadly snake and says, now Radhika, take off your blindfold.
Entonces coge una pintura de una serpiente venenosa y le dice, Radhika, quítate la venda.
So she can practice not becoming scared if by surprise a snake appears in front of her.
Para que ella pueda practicar, no asustarse si por sorpresa aparece delante suyo una serpiente.
Verse 4.
Estrofa 4.
Durte prajendra tanaye tanushushtubhamyam Mahadakshina bhavakalankini lagavaya Radhe giram sinumitam itisyayanti Devim gunai suralitam lalitam namami. I offer my pranam to the gracious and elegant, beautiful Lalita Sakhi.
Ofrezco mis reverencias a la graciosa y elegante y hermosa Lalita Sakhi.
Purnamasi Devi and Lalita Sakhi, they're always thinking, how can I arrange for Radhika to meet with Krishna?
Purnamasi Devi y Lalita Sakhi siempre están pensando, ¿cómo puedo organizar un encuentro entre Radhika y Krishna?
So she brings Radhika through the forest to the place where they can meet.
Entonces trae a Radhika a través del bosque hasta el lugar donde se puede encontrar.
But
con él.
then, when Krishna arrives, she completely changes her mood
Pero cuando llega Krishna, cambia de humor por completo.
and acts as if she is protecting Radhika from Krishna.
Y actúa como si estuviera protegiendo a Radhika de Krishna.
So this is the nature of the Sakhis. Nij pranad palota sakhi jo dauli ke pan. They're always changing their moods again and again.
Esta es la naturaleza de las Sakhis. Siempre están cambiando de estado de ánimo una y otra vez.
And Radhika is Sakhi pranayita vashaha. That means she's always controlled by the love of her friends.
Y Radhika siempre está bajo el control del amor de sus amigas.
So though she's the Purna Shakti of the Supreme Lord, and though all the Sakhis have come from her, but she's very submissive and her Sakhis tell her what to do. Whatever they say, she does that.
Aunque ella es la Purna Shakti del Señor Supremo y todas las Sakhis vienen de ella, siempre es obediente y hace caso a todo lo que le dicen.
When Radha Krishna are dancing, and the Sakhis think, oh, they're becoming somewhat tired, then they say, oh, now come and rest here.
Cuando Radha y Krishna están bailando y las Sakhis notan que están un poco cansados, les dicen, venid y descansad aquí.
And then Radha Krishna rest.
Y entonces Radha y Krishna descansan.
When the Sakhis decide, oh, they've rested enough now.
Cuando las Sakhis deciden que han descansado suficiente.
Durbai sabha shiti lata abapuni kelo ai. Oh, now all your tiredness has gone away. Again play.
Vale, ya habéis descansado suficiente, venid a jugar otra vez.
So it's wonderful that Radha and Krishna, they are Purna Brahma and Purna Shakti and in control of everything apparently, but they're like puppets. Oh, now rest, now dance, now rest. Under the control of the love of the Sakhis like Lalita.
Entonces es maravilloso que Krishna es Purna Brahma y Lalita y Radharani es Purna Shakti y supuestamente están al control de todo, pero en realidad en Brindavan son como títeres de las Sakhis. Ahora levantaros, ahora tumbaros, ahora levantaros otra vez.
She's saying, Dorte prajendra tanaye tanushushtubhamyam. Shrimati Radhika was going to meet with Krishna and then she saw him coming from a distance.
Entonces Srimati Radhika iba a encontrarse con Krishna y vio que se acercaba en la distancia.
Then Radhika, though previously she was upset with him, as soon as she saw him, all her sulky mood went away.
Entonces Radhika, a pesar de que estaba enfadada con él, apenas lo vio, todo su enfado desapareció.
Lalita Sakhi saw this and became angry.
Lalita Sakhi vio esto y se enfadó.
Radhe giram shinuhitam iti shikshayantim. Oh Radhika, listen to my words, it's for your own good.
Radhika, escucha mis palabras, son por tu propio bien.
If you be easily available to him, he'll take advantage of you.
Si tú te muestras tan disponible con él, él se va a aprovechar de ti.
Dorte Brajanda Tanaya, this son of the king of Braj, he's a Dorta. He's such a cheat. He's such a rascal. Don't be submissive to him. Ma Dakshina Bhava. Don't be submissive.
Este hijo del rey de Braya es un tramposo y seguro te va a engañar. No te dejes.
Hey Kalankini, listen to me.
Kalankini, escúchame.
Kalankini means a girl who has a bad reputation.
Kalankini quiere decir una chica que tiene mala reputación.
Hey Kalankini, listen to me now. He's such a cheater. Be very contrary to him.
Kalankin, escúchame ahora, él es un tramposo, tienes que mostrarte contraria.
When he's coming, ignore him.
Cuando él venga, ignóralo.
Oh, pretend to be picking flowers.
Hazte la que está recogiendo flores.
If he comes on this side, turn your face that way. If he comes on that side, turn your face that way.
Si aparece por este lado, gira el rostro para el otro, y si aparece por el otro, gira el rostro hacia este.
So, in this way, Lalita Sakhi gives good advice to Srimati Radhika.
De esta forma, Lalita Sakhi le da buenos consejos a Srimati Radhika.
It's actually necessary.
De hecho, es necesario.
Even if Krishna does not have any fault, Lalita Sakhi will make up a fault and tell it to Radhika to make her become upset.
Incluso si Krishna no ha hecho nada malo, Lalita se va a inventar algún error y se lo va a contar a Radharani.
Why does she do this?
¿Por qué lo hace?
The reason is Yada yato daivan maduripura solo chanapatam tadasmakam cheto madana hatarena ritamabut. Krishna looks so beautiful in the eyes of Radhika that as soon as she sees him, she begins to faint. His beauty steals her heart and she's falling unconscious. So Lalita Sakhi has to say some fault of Krishna to change her mood so that she will not just faint there and then.
La razón es
Otherwise,
que
how will the pastime go on?
cuando Radharani ve a Krishna, él se ve muy hermoso en sus ojos, entonces apenas lo ve, entra en éxtasis y se desmaya. Entonces, Lalita tiene que inventarse fallos de Krishna para cambiar el humor de Radharani y que ella no se desmaye apenas lo ve.
And then, hearing the faults of Krishna from Radhika who is about to faint in ecstasy because Cupid, the god of love, was just stealing her consciousness, chitta chor. Then Radhika manages to stay aware and alert to the situation.
Entonces, al escuchar los defectos de Krishna de parte de Lalita, Radhika, que está a punto de desmayarse porque el Cupido, Chitta Chor, está robándole su conciencia, consigue más o menos mantenerse despierta.
The power of Radharani's love cannot be expressed. It can only be hinted to by the suggestion through such descriptions of the pastimes.
El poder del amor de Radharani no puede ser descrito directamente, solamente podemos encontrar pistas en pasatiempos como este.
Radhika said to Lalita, "Oh, you taught me 100 different ways of frowning."
Radhika le dijo a Lalita, tú me has enseñado 100 formas diferentes de fruncir el ceño.
And I practiced them in front of the mirror.
y yo las practico frente al espejo.
I practiced all 100 different frowns that I learned from you. But now Krishna has come. I've forgotten them all.
Yo he practicado las 100 diferentes formas de fruncir el ceño que tú me has enseñado, pero ahora Krishna ha venido y se me han olvidado todas.
Next verse.
Siguiente estrofa.
Radhamadi prajapati kutam atmajena kutam managati viloka vilohitaksham arvangi vistamajena vilajayate devi guna sulalitam lalitam namami. Radhamapi prajapati kutam atmajena Kutam managapi vilokya vilohidaksham. It means that if Krishna will come to meet with Radhika, but on the way there, sneakily, he actually went to meet with someone else.
Shri Krishna va a encontrarse con Radhika, pero por el camino en secreto se desvía y se encuentra con otra persona.
Then there are some signs by which the way that Sri Krishna looks or the way that he's speaking, Lalita Sakhi is like a detective and she can see the clues that he's not being honest.
Entonces, hay unas señales en la forma en la que habla Krishna o en la forma en que se comporta, y Lalita Sakhi es como una detective que siempre ve las pistas que revelan las acciones de Krishna.
Hey, why are you late? Radhika was waiting the whole night for you.
Porque has llegado tarde, Radhika te ha esperado toda la noche.
You were supposed to come to the Kesha Kunj.
Tenías que haber venido al Kesha Kunj.
There's two types of Kesha.
Hay dos tipos de Kesha.
One Kesha Kunj is called the Bakul.
Uno de los dos se llama Bakul
And another Kesha Kunj is called Naga Kesha.
y el otro se llama Naga Keshar.
So when they discussed, oh Krishna, come and meet with Radhika in Kesha Kunj, he knew that it meant the Bakul Kunj.
Entonces cuando ellos hablaron y ellas le dijeron a Krishna que fuera a un kunj determinado, Krishna sabía a cuál de los dos se refería.
But when by chance he was deviated by Padma, the Sakis of Chandravali, he went to meet with Chandravali for a long time. Then when he went to meet with Radhika, he was thinking, I am going to be in big trouble. I have to think of a good alibi.
Entonces, Krishna sabía a dónde tenía que ir, pero por el camino lo desviaron y fue a encontrarse con Padma, la amiga de
So
Chandravali.
then he went to the Nagkesha Kunj and he picked so many flowers from there to prove that, look, I was waiting for you the whole night in the Kesha Kunj, when he knew that it was supposed to go to the Kesha, that means Bakul Kunj. But now he had his evidence that he is innocent.
Pero tenía que inventarse una excusa, entonces fue al kunj equivocado y recogió muchas flores para mostrarlo como evidencia de, miren, yo fui a esperar a Radhika en el kunj.
So when Krishna came to meet with Radhika, Lalita said, oh, where have you been?
Cuando Krishna vino a encontrarse con Radhika, Lalita le dijo, ¿dónde has estado?
Krishna said, how dare you speak to me like that? Where have you been? I've been waiting the whole night for you.
No deberías acusar a mí, yo te acuso a ti.
I was suffering so much waiting for you that these Nagkesha flowers, there was honey dripping from them. He said, look, out of sympathy for my pain, all these, even the flowers are crying.
Y esas flores Kesha tenían miel goteando y dijo, miren, yo estaba tan triste que estas flores se han puesto a llorar.
Lita Saki looked at Krishna. Oh, she was thinking, methinks he doth protest too much.
Saki estaba mirando a Krishna y pensando, yo creo que está protestando demasiado.
You know, if someone loudly protests something, actually that's a sign that they're guilty.
Si alguien
And they're trying
protesta,
to cover it.
si alguien protesta demasiado por algo, ya sabemos que es una señal de que es culpable y está tratando de esconderlo.
So then, Kutam Managapi Vilokya Viloitakshin. If she sees that Krishna will say even a slight lie, then at once, Vagbangibis Tamachirin Vilajyantin, Lalita Saki will cut the words of Krishna and make him become ashamed.
Entonces, si Lalita detecta que Krishna está diciendo una mínima mentira, de inmediato lo interrumpe y lo hace sentir avergonzado.
Oh. Lalita can say, oh Krishna, I know that you are telling the truth.
Lalita puede que diga, Krishna, yo sé que está diciendo la verdad.
Then Krishna is panicking. Lalita will say this.
Entonces Krishna entra en pánico.
I know that you're telling the truth because your tongue cannot tell a lie.
Sé que estás diciendo la verdad porque de tu lengua no puede salir ninguna mentira.
How can your tongue tell a lie when it became so purified by kissing all the gopis of Braja?
¿Cómo podría salir alguna mentira de tu lengua si se ha purificado tanto al besar a todas las gopis de Braja?
Then Sri Krishna becomes ashamed.
Entonces Sri Krishna se avergüenza
Huh? Sri Krishna looks at Radhika to get some support.
y mira a Radhika en busca de apoyo.
Brenda Saki said, why are you looking to her? You should know that what is in the heart of Radhika is coming from the lips of Lalita Saki, just as the music in the heart of the musician comes out from his instrument,
Y Brinda Saki
from his vina.
le dijo, pero ¿por qué estás mirando a Radhika buscando apoyo? ¿No sabes que las palabras que salen de la boca de Lalita vienen del corazón de Radhika, así como la música que sale de un instrumento en realidad está en el corazón del músico?
Oh, I'm remembering one very nice point here, related to this verse, but related to the previous verse also.
Me he acordado de un punto muy bonito relacionado con esta estrofa y también con la anterior.
It is said that Lalita Saki's complexion is shining like a Garochana, this pigment.
Se dice que la complexión de Lalita es brillante como el garochana, el pigmento dorado.
So, sometimes Lalita is making Radhika become more and more upset with Krishna. But when Radhika's separation is too much, she cannot maintain her anger anymore. And she's only pretending. But in her heart, she just wants to give it up and accept Krishna.
A veces en separación de Krishna, Radharani está enfadada, pero ya no puede soportar no puede mantener ese enfado, entonces sigue haciéndose la que está enfadada, pero en realidad en su corazón solo quiere encontrarse con él.
So at that moment, when Lalita sees that Radhika cannot keep up her pretense anymore,
Y en ese momento en el que Lalita ve que Radhika no puede seguir fingiendo,
Radhika thinks to herself, oh, I was so angry when Krishna was not here, but now he's here. My anger has run away.
Radhika está pensando, yo estaba tan enfadada cuando Krishna no estaba, pero ahora que ha llegado, mi enfado ha huido.
Then Radhika becomes angry with her own anger. Hey, anger! Huh? You were there when Krishna was not here, but now I need you and he's here, you've run away.
Entonces Radhika se enfada con su propio enfado. Le
She
dice,
becomes upset with her own upsetness
le dice, enfado.
for leaving just at the point when she needed it.
Estabas aquí cuando no estaba Krishna y ahora que ha llegado tú te vas. Y entonces se enfada con su enfado porque ha huido justo cuando más lo necesitaba.
Ladies can be so complicated.
Las damas pueden ser muy complicadas.
So when Radhika's angry mood has disappeared and she cannot even make a pretense anymore, then the leader realizes, oh, there's no use. We should accept Krishna. So at that moment, without saying anything, Lalita Saki just looks down.
Entonces, en el momento en que Radhika ya no puede seguir fingiendo que está enfadada y dice, bueno, vamos a tener que aceptar a Krishna, Lalita sin decir nada baja la mirada.
And at that moment, when Lalita's heart agrees with Radhika's heart that Krishna should be accepted, then her complexion, which is glittering like Garochana, goes away and she begins to shine with the Takta Kanchana Gaurangi, with the molten gold complexion of Radhika. When she begins to agree with Radhika, her Garochana complexion disappears and she begins to shine with Radhika's complexion.
Entonces, en ese momento en el que su corazón y el de Radhika se sintonizan, la complexión de Lalita, que es como tintineante, desaparece y ella manifiesta el mismo brillo como el del oro derretido de Radharani.
So even without saying anything, only looking down, then the change of her complexion. When Krishna sees this, then Krishna knows it's safe.
Entonces, incluso sin decir nada, cuando ella baja la mirada y el color de su complexión cambia, Krishna ya sabe, estoy a salvo.
Next verse. Vatsalya brinda vasatim pashupala raja sakyanu sikshana kala sugurum sakinam radha palavana jajita nirvisesam devim gunasulalikam lalikam namami. Vatsalya brinda vasatim pasupala ragya. Lalita Saki is the object of the parental love of Mother Yashoda.
Lalita Saki es el objeto del amor maternal de Madre Yashoda.
When Radhika and her Sakis come to Nandagaon in the morning to cook in the kitchen of Mother Yashoda, then Mother Yashoda embraces Radhika and kisses her all over her face.
Cuando Lalita y las demás Sakis vienen a Nandagaon por la mañana a cocinar en la cocina de Madre Yashoda besa a Lalita por todas partes.
Yashoda Maya loves Radhika as if she were her own daughter-in-law,
Yashoda Maya,
not less than her love for Krishna.
Yashoda Maya ama a Radhika como si fuera su propia hija. No la quiere menos de lo que quiere a Krishna.
And then, after embracing Radhika, then she embraces all the Sakis, beginning with Lalita.
Y luego, después de besar a Radharani, abraza a todas las Sakis, empezando por Lalita.
Sakyanu Sikshana Kalasu Gurum Sakinam. She is the guru in the art of friendship to all the other gopis. All the other gopis learn from Lalita what it means to be a Saki,
Ella
a very steadfast and loyal friend.
ella es la guru en el tema de la amistad. Ella enseña a todas las demás cómo ser Sakis, cómo ser firmes y leales a toda prueba.
Yadyapi Sakir Krishna Sangam Nahiman Tatapi Radhika Yatna Kare Sangan. The Sakis they never desire themselves to meet and play with Krishna. They only want Radhika to meet with Krishna. But Radharani, she loves her Sakhi so much. She always, by tricks and traps, tries to arrange that her Sakhi should play with Krishna also.
Las Sakis nunca desean encontrarse con Krishna ellas mismas, solamente quieren que Radharani lo haga, pero Radharani las quiere tanto que siempre está haciendo trucos y trampas para organizar encuentros entre ellas y Krishna.
Especially if Radhika has drunk too much honey wine.
Sobre todo si Radhika ha tomado demasiada hidromiel.
Karotu nadam murali rali rali brajangana hrin matanam tanam tanam tatotu vidna bhajate jate jate hari bhavantam lalita lita lita. If Radhika drinks too much honey wine, then she says words that have no meaning.
Si Radhika bebe demasiado vino de miel, empieza a decir cosas sin sentido.
If she wants to say Murali, she'll say Murali, really, really.
Si quiere decir Murali, dice Murali.
If she wants to say Matanam, she'll say Matanam, tanam, tanam, tanam.
Si quiere decir Makalam, dice Makalam.
So Radhika, after drinking so much honey wine and enjoying loving pastimes with Krishna, she said, "Oh Krishna, when you play your Murali."
Entonces, Radhika, después de haber bebido mucho vino de miel y de haber disfrutado de pasatiempos
Then
con Krishna,
it churns the hearts of the Braja gopis.
trata de hablar y le sale así, y esto agita el corazón de las gopis de Braja.
Churning is Matanam. Matanam, tanam, tanam, tanam.
Agitar es Matanam.
And now, Lalita Sakhi is feeling so much pain.
Y ahora Lalita Sakhi siente mucho dolor.
So you should go and meet with her.
Entonces, ve a encontrarte con ella.
And when the Sakhis of Radhika play with Krishna, then Radharani experiences 10 million times more happiness than her own meeting with Krishna.
Y cuando las Sakis juegan con Krishna, Radharani siente 10 millones de veces más felicidad de la que siente cuando ella se encuentra directamente con él.
She is the guru in friendship.
Ella es la guru de la amistad.
Srila Raghunatha Swami said, Alamma naya grantani britachatu makshayani britam mukundaha heti pratayati nitantam maydane tadatam gandhavacharna patitam prakshakutilam katha prema kruryat prakara lalita bhatsyati. Oh, once it happened that Radharani was very upset with Sri Krishna. So Sri Krishna was looking around here and there, who can help me change her mind?
Una vez sucedió que Radharani estaba muy enfadada con Sri Krishna y él empezó a mirar alrededor a ver quién podía ayudarlo a cambiarle,
So he found Rati Manjari.
a tranquilizarla, y encontró a Rati Manjari.
And he gave his very sad and sorrowful story to Rati Manjari and explained how really I am an innocent person. I have been unjustly accused.
Y le contó todas sus desdichas a Rati Manjari y le explicó cómo él era inocente y había sido acusado injustamente.
You see, Krishna is not always guilty.
Porque en realidad Krishna no siempre es culpable.
One day, Radhika made a very beautiful garland for Sri Krishna, which was expressing her love.
Un día Radhika le hizo una hermosa guirnalda de flores a Sri Krishna, que era una expresión de su amor.
And Krishna received this garland. And even later, when he was walking here and there, just wearing this garland made him feel as if Radhika herself was embracing him.
Y Krishna recibió esta
This is the
guirnalda
meaning of the mala.
y cuando estaba caminando por ahí con la guirnalda puesta sentía como que Radharani lo estaba abrazando. Este es el significado de la mala.
So Sri Krishna, he was keeping that garland with him.
Entonces Krishna mantenía esa guirnalda con él.
After some time, he went to the river Jamuna to take a bath there. So he took off the garland and he hung it on a tree while he was bathing in the Jamuna river.
Después de un rato fue a bañarse al río Yamuna y colgó la guirnalda en una rama mientras se bañaba.
But one of the Sakhis of Chandravali was spying on him from a distance.
Pero una de las Sakis de Chandravali lo estaba espiando desde lejos.
And then she snuck up there, and while he was bathing, she stole that garland.
Y se acercó a hurtadillas y mientras se bañaba le robó la guirnalda.
Then she took it to Chandravali and she decorated Chandravali's braid with that garland.
Y fue donde Chandravali y decoró la trenza de Chandravali con esa guirnalda.
And then Chandravali went walking around in front of Radhika and her Sakhis.
Y luego Chandravali se fue a caminar delante de Radhika y sus sakis.
Lalita Sakhi said, look, the very garland my Radhika made with so much love and affection for Krishna is decorating the hair of Chandravali. That's it. Now Krishna is in big trouble. We'll never forgive him. This is unforgivable.
Lalita Sakhi dijo, mirad, la misma guirnalda que la propia Radhika ha hecho con sus propias manos para Krishna está decorando la trenza de Chandravali. Esto ya es demasiado, esto es imperdonable.
So, si Krishna was persona non grata,
Si Krishna fue declarado persona non grata,
he was banned from coming anywhere near Radhika and her kunj.
le prohibieron acercarse a Radhika y a su kunj.
Radhika put so many manjaris guarding the kunj on all sides to watch out for him that he should not enter.
Radhika puso muchas manjaris vigilando el kunj desde todos los costados para que no fuera a acercarse.
So at that time, Krishna was looking for help and he found Rati Manjari and explained his pitiful story. Oh, I am innocent.
En ese momento Krishna estaba desesperado y se encontró con Rati Manjari y le contó sus desdichas y le dijo, soy inocente.
I know that you are very expert at untying knots.
Yo sé que tú eres muy experta en deshacer nudos.
Why? Because when Radha Krishna, they wake up in the morning, they try to sit up, but it's very difficult because Krishna's hair is entangled in Radharani's nose ring and Radhika's hair is entangled in Krishna's earrings and they're all kind of tied together. So that time, the Manjaris, the other Sakhis, they cannot go in the kunj because they're same age as Radhika. But the younger girls, then they come inside and with their nimble fingers quickly disentangle Radha and Krishna.
Ella es muy experta en deshacer nudos porque por la mañana cuando Radha y Krishna se despiertan, se tratan de sentar en la cama y les cuesta mucho porque el pelo de Krishna está enredado en el aro de la nariz de Radharani y el pelo de Radharani está atado en los pendientes de Krishna. Entonces las manjaris, como las sakis no pueden entrar a los kunjas, ellas vienen y tienen los dedos muy delgados y pueden rápidamente deshacer esos nudos.
So Krishna said, I know you are very expert at untying knots. So I'm asking you, now Radharani's heart is in a knot. So I want you to go and untie that knot in the heart of Radhika.
Y Krishna le dice, yo sé que tú eres muy experta en deshacer nudos y ahora el corazón de Radharani está hecho un nudo, por favor, ve y ayúdame a deshacerlo.
So then Rati Manjari set off on a mission.
Entonces Rati Manjari emprendió una misión.
When she arrived at the kunj, she walked past all the guards. She has a pass, she can go through.
Cuando llegó al kunj, pasó por enfrente de todos los guardias porque ella tiene permiso.
And she entered into the kunj where Radhika was sitting.
Y entró al kunj donde Radhika estaba sentada.
And she was being incited also in her anger by Lalita Sakhi.
Y estaba siendo incitada en su rabia por Lalita Sakhi.
And there, in that assembly, Rati Manjari pleaded like an advocate on behalf of Krishna and presented the case for his innocence.
Y allí ante esa asamblea, Rati Manjari habló como una abogada a favor de Krishna y declaró su inocencia.
Lalita Sakhi became furious. What are you saying? You have become a traitor. And grabbed Rati Manjari and marched out of the kunj and threw her out.
Lalita Sakhi se puso furiosa, le dijo, ¿qué estás haciendo? Te has convertido en una traidora. Y la agarró y la sacó del kunj.
So in this way, sometimes others Sakhis, they have to be taught a lesson in friendship from Lalita.
De esta forma, a veces las otras Sakhis tienen que recibir una lección de amistad de Lalita.
You see, it may be true that sometimes Krishna is innocent.
Porque puede que sea cierto que a veces Krishna es inocente.
But that doesn't mean you have to believe him.
Pero eso no quiere decir que tengas que creerle.
Because it's like a prophylactic.
Porque es como un...
Maybe he didn't make a mistake, but if you'll get chastisement and have to suffer anyway, it will protect him from making a real mistake in the future.
Es como para curarse en salud. Si tú le dices, si tú le crees ahora, él va a sentir que tiene permiso para mentir en el futuro y engañarnos.
How can you believe this story anyway about the garland and the Sakhi of Chandravali taking it from the tree? It's not feasible.
¿Cómo puedes creerte esta historia de que Krishna colgó la guirnalda y Padma se la robó del árbol? Eso no es creíble.
we jumped over one verse. Yam go back. Yam kamapi. Oh, next. Yes, next verse, that's right. Yam kamapi brajakule vishabhanujaya precha sapaksha padave kanurodyamanam devi munatsu lalitam lalitam namami. Oh, this is a very special quality of Lalita.
Esta es una cualidad muy especial de la Lalita,
Very dear to us.
muy querida para nosotros.
Why?
¿Por qué?
Srila Rupa Goswami Pad is saying, Lalita is always on the lookout for new recruits.
Si la Rupa Goswami está diciendo que Lalita siempre está buscando nuevas reclutas.
Whenever she's wandering throughout Braja, if she sees some young, beautiful gopi who has an inclination or desire in her heart, she wants to serve Vrishabhanu Nandini, the princess, the daughter of Vrishabhanu Maharaj. Then the Lalita Sakhi immediately adopts that girl and gives her so much love and brings her and offers her into the service of Srimati Radhika and fulfills all her desires.
Siempre que Lalita Sakhi está ambulando por Braya, cuando ve a una gopi que tiene en su corazón el deseo de servir a la hija de Vrishabhanu Maharaj, la recluta y la lleva, le satisface todos los deseos de su corazón de servir a Radharani.
So we are counting on the mercy of Lalita Sakhi.
Entonces nosotros estamos contando con la
If
misericordia
a
de Lalita
person
Sakhi.
wants to attain the service of Radha and Krishna in the Rasa Leela, it is impossible without the mercy of three persons. Lalita Sakhi, Giriraj Govardhan, and Jamuna Devi.
Si una persona quiere entrar al Rasa Lila, a los pasajes de Rāya y Krishna, necesita la autorización de tres personas: Lalita Sakhi, Giriraj Govardhan y Yamuna Devi.
So it's very important to pray to Yamuna Devi, and the prayers to the Jamuna Devi actually go to Vishaka.
Entonces
Because Jamuna is the liquid form of Vishaka Sakhi.
es muy importante rezarle a Yamuna Devi, porque las oraciones que le ofrecemos a ella, de hecho, van a Lalita Sakhi, porque Yamuna Devi es la forma líquida de Lalita,
But more important, Vishaka.
de Vishaka.
But more important than Yamuna Devi is Giriraj Govardhan.
Pero más importante que Yamuna Devi es Giriraj Govardhan.
But more important than Giriraj Govardhan, Lalita Sakhi.
Pero más importante que Giriraj Govardhan, Lalita Sakhi.
She is the main person. No one can serve Radhika without the mercy of Lalita, just as Lalita appeared in Gaura Lila as Swarup Damodar Goswami. But no one could go to Mahāprabhu to recite their poetry, their kirtans, unless they had been screened and certified by Swarup Damodar Goswami.
Es muy importante, nadie puede servir a Radharani sin haber sido autorizado por Lalita Sakhi. Así como Lalita Sakhi apareció en el Gaura Lila como Swarup Damodar Goswami, y nadie podía acceder directamente a Mahāprabhu sin haber pasado el filtro de Swarup Damodar Goswami.
So now we come to the last verse. Yes. Nandana Muni Lalita Gunalaritani Bhadrani Yapatati Nirmalatishti Rasto Vidya Vikashati Janam Nija Vrinamade Jankirtida Patikalo Jalakantamani. Srila Raghunatha Swami Pad has said, Madhisha nata tvei brajavityama chandram brajabane sunim tam nata tvei tatalutas kittvei tularitam vishakan shikshali vitarana gurutvei priyasaro grindro tat praksha lalitarati tattvei smaramana. Oh my dear mind, please always remember that Krishna, who is the moon shining, filling the forest of Braja with all rasa, he is what? Not my beloved. He is the beloved of my mistress, my Swamini Shrimati Radhika.
Srila Raghunath Goswami ha rezado: oh mi querida mente, siempre recuerda que Shri Krishna, la luna llena que llena de néctar todos los árboles de Braya, ¿quién es? Mi amado, no, el amado de Srimati Radharani.
That means that the Gaudiya Vaishnavas, the followers of Srila Rupa Goswami, they don't aspire to become the direct beloveds in a romantic relation with Krishna. They only want to be the dasi, the maidservant of Radhika, and they think, who is Krishna? He's the beloved of my Radhika.
Eso quiere decir que los Gaudiya Vaishnavas, los seguidores de Srila Rupa Goswami, no aspiran a convertirse en amantes directos de Krishna, sino en volverse dasis, sirvientas de Srimati Radharani.
So, there's a great value in this.
Entonces hay un gran valor aquí.
Why? Because there's a certain, let's say, mathematics of love.
Porque hay una cierta, digamos, matemática del amor.
And that is that if you love someone, then whoever is dear to that person, then you love them even more. That's the nature of love in Braja, not here, but in Braja.
Y es que si tú amas a alguien y ese alguien ama a otra persona, entonces tú amas a esa persona incluso más. Así funciona el amor en Braya, no en este mundo.
So, if any maidservant of Radhika will try to be directly related to Krishna, they will not do. But if it were to come, then Krishna may love them. But Krishna loves Radhika the most. So if that maidservant is actually very dear to the person that Krishna loves the most, then Krishna will love that person double than if they came directly.
Entonces, si llegara a suceder que una de las doncellas de Radhika tratara de encontrarse con Krishna directamente, esto no pasa, pero si llegara a suceder, Krishna las aceptaría, pero Krishna ve que esas doncellas están sirviendo a Radharani como él ama tanto a Radharani, entonces va a quererlas el doble al ver su servicio.
Swarim tamna tatvetada tulasakitve tulalitam. And the peerless, that is the incomparable friend of Radhika, is Lalita Sakhi.
Y la amiga sin par incomparable de Srimati Radhika es Lalita Sakhi.
And Vishaka Sakhi is my Shiksha Guru.
Y Lalita Sakhi es mi Shiksha Guru.
So this is very wonderful.
Perdón, Vishaka es mi
Because Krishna loves Radhika the most.
Esto es muy maravilloso. ¿Por qué? Porque Krishna ama a Radhika al máximo.
But because Lalita is the best friend of Radhika, then his love for Lalita becomes double.
Pero como Lalita Sakhi es la mejor amiga de Radhika, entonces su amor por ella se duplica.
And Vishaka is very dear to Lalita. So then his love for Vishaka becomes quadruple.
Entonces Vishaka es muy íntima amiga de Lalita, entonces su amor por ella es el cuádruple.
And the Manjaris are under the guidance of Lalita and Vishaka, so then it becomes double quadruple. Or quadruple.
Y las Manjaris están bajo el servicio de Lalita y Vishaka, entonces su amor por ellas es doble cuádruple o cuádruple.
So one cannot experience the highest love for Radha and Krishna by direct relation with Krishna, but by becoming Gopi Bhatu Padakamalyo Das Das Anudas Aha. Not being on the level of Radhika, impossible. Not being on the level of Sakhi, impossible. But being the maidservant of maidservant of maidservant in this way, then whatever small amount of love you have, it becomes magnified millions of times.
Entonces uno no puede experimentar el amor de Krishna directamente, sino debe convertirse en dasa dasa nudasa, es decir, no estar al nivel de Radharani, que es imposible, no estar al nivel de las Sakhis, que es imposible, sino ser la criada de la criada de la criada, es decir, una Manjari.
Together. Nandana Muni Lalita Guni Lalitani Bahariha Patati Vimaladishti Soge Jankiti Da Partikalu Jalakalpavali.
El esposo Sir Vrishabhanu Maharaj.
And the Kul means his dynasty.
Y Kul quiere decir su dinastía.
So in the dynasty of Vrishabhanu Maharaj, there's a Ujjwala Kalpavali, a shining, radiant, wish-fulfilling kripa.
Entonces en la dinastía de Vrishabhanu Maharaj hay una radiante enredadera planta que concede los deseos.
That wish-fulfilling vine can everyone's spiritual desires, and that wish-fulfilling vine is wrapped around the tamal tree.
Esa enredadera que concede todos los deseos está enredada alrededor de un árbol de tamal.
So in this verse, Srila Rupa Goswami Pad is giving a blessing to all of us.
Entonces en esta estrofa, Srila Rupa Goswami Pad nos está bendiciendo a todos nosotros.
He's saying that if anyone will recite this Lalita Astakam with a pure heart,
Dice que si cualquiera recita este Lalita Astakam con un corazón puro,
then that golden wish-fulfilling vine, the daughter of Brishubhanu Maharaj, will attract that person and accept her to her entourage, her group of sakhis.
entonces esa enredadera dorada que concede los deseos va a atraer a esa persona y la va a aceptar entre su grupo de criadas.
So any Mukta Purush, any liberated soul, they have a quality which is called Satya Sankalpa. That means if they say anything, those words will become true.
Entonces cualquier Mukta Purush, cualquier personalidad eternamente liberada tiene una cualidad que es Satya Sankalpa, es decir, que cualquier cosa que digan se va a cumplir.
So Srila Rupa Goswami is saying, if you will recite this Astakam, Lalita Astakam, you should recite every day with a pure heart. Then it will definitely happen. Radhika herself will add your name onto the register of her maidservants. At the
Entonces,
bottom.
Srila Rupa Goswami Pad mismo lo está diciendo que si cantamos este Astakam todos los días, Radharani misma va a añadir nuestro nombre al fondo, al final de la lista de sus dasis.
Shri Lalita Sakhi ki jai, Shri Lalita Astami Maha Mahotsav ki jai, Vai Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki jai, Varasani Wali ki jai, Jai Jai Shri Radhe. Go Premanand. Hare Krishna. So Pujari, please blow the conch shell and we'll begin the Gaur Arti. Everyone is invited to watch the beautiful Arti ceremony of Radha and Krishna. Sound? The words of the song for this ceremony are presented on the screen here. There are many people today, so devotees come forward. Come forward because it's crowded.
Oye, dalo todo, sí, por las dos. Quiero algo.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Radhe, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, oh Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare. Jaya Radhe, Jaya Krishna, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Krishna, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Krishna, Jaya Radhe. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Hare. Everyone, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Bol. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Gaura Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Oh, Gaura Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. 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 Oh, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Hari Bol. Bare Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki jai. Jai Saliwali ki jai. Jai Jai Shri Ram. Jai Jai Shri Ram. Jai Shri Ram. Gaur Sita Premanande.
Jai.
Niti Lila Krishna Om Vishnu Pare Vishnu Smart Rupananda Charvasha Bhakti Bhajanayam Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai.
Jai.
Niti Lila Krishna Om Vishnu Pare Vishnu Sajishna Bhakti Bhava Puri Goswami Maharaj ki
Jai.
Nitya Prishtam Shvare Stori Sachi Shri Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Maharaj ki
Jai.
Nitya Prishtam Shvare Stori Sachi Shri Bhakti Swami Prabhupada ki
Jai.
Nitya Prishtam Shvare Stori Sachi Shri Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Maharaj ki
Jai.
Jai Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Jagat Guru Shri Prabhupada ki
Jai.
Shri Sat Parishad Vrinda ki
Jai.
Mahāprabhu Goksharas Bhagaraj ki
Jai.
Swami Sachidananda Bhaktivinoda Thakur ki
Jai.
Shri Rupanuga Gauri Gurubhag ki
Jai.
Shri Krishna Bhatta Raghunath Shri Gopal Bhatta Dasona Sadgoswami Gu ki
Jai.
Prem Jagos Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki
Jai.
Ramacharya Sahara Thakur ki
Jai.
Ramadasu Rāmānanda Shri Gopal Shri Vrinda ki
Jai.
Sri Bhajamanda Katamanda Gauramanda ki
Jai.
Mangal Kari Shri Harinam Sankirtana ki
Jai.
Shri Radha Govinda Gopinatha Madan Mohan ki Jai
Jai.
Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai
Jai.
Ramjivanda Vaishnava Vrinda ki Jai
Jai.
Sri Bhakti Vrinda ki
Jai.
Shri Radhastami Adivastiti Mahamotsava ki
Jai.
Shri Lalita Saptami Mahamahotsava ki
Jai.
Hare Srasa Surishabhanu Nandini Smati Radharani ki
Jai.
Jai